did Yorkies, and they ran in that direction. And they went down an hill, and it is an hill as well, and there's Cock Beck runs along there, and they call it now Bloody Meadow. So they couldn't get across with their armour on, across the beck. They were getting bogged down and all that, so they were just killing them. And they reckon it ran red, did the Cock Beck. You know what I mean? Innit? It'll probably tell you how many people died. Hello, it's John, and happy Halloween to everybody. Recently I've been to Towton Battlefield with Wazza, and we were having a look at the notice board, and I'm setting about making another video, and I'm thinking, ooh, it'll soon be Halloween. So I'd like to share with you an experience I had on Towton Battlefield. In 1461, the largest battle ever fought in Britain took place at Towton during the War of the Roses in 1461. 28,000 people got killed that day. Bodies were spread all over the place. Anyway, about 15 years ago, me and two pals were metal detecting just off from the battlefield. We had permission from the farmer, and we submitted any finds of significance to the Fines Liaison Officer, who reports to the British Museum. Anyway, I was detecting in a pea field that had recently had the peas removed, but they'd led loads of pods about on the field, and I wasn't finding much at all. I wasn't having a very good evening detecting, and so I kept stopping and opening the pods up and eating the peas. Well, who wouldn't? And it was a lovely sunny evening, and it was just really nice to be out on the fields. Anyway, I went through a gap in the hedge and went on to another field, and my friend told me it was where all the horses were ready for the cavalry, and they were all marshalled there. I thought, well, even if I find an horseshoe, it's better than nothing. My two pals had moved off onto another field, so it left me detecting by myself, and I couldn't see them from where I was. So I was quite happily finding buttons, and I was finding rows of them, and I was quite happy. I remember getting a lovely target signal, and I dug my hole, and I couldn't find the target. So I ended up on my hands and knees with my detector trying to find where the target was. And I was in a little world of my own, digging with my trowel, making the hole deeper to try and find whatever was in it. All of a sudden, I had the strangest feeling, and the hairs at the back of my neck stood on end, and it felt as if someone was running up behind me, and I could hear a strange noise, and as if someone's gaining on me and running like mad up to me. And I jumped up and turned round, and oh, what an awful feeling it was. I went really cold, and I was looking all over, and I couldn't see anybody. And I was just so convinced that somebody was running up behind me to do me harm. Well, I looked around the field again, bear in mind it was a bright sunny evening and I couldn't see anybody. I wasn't even near a hedge or anything. So I walked back to my detector. I wasn't a happy person at all. So I packed my detector up and off I set walking back to where the others were detecting. And I saw my mate Paul, and I said, Paul, I've had enough for this evening. I'm going home. Tell Frank, ta-da, and I'll see him tomorrow at work. And that was it. Off I went home. And I never went back there again to detect. And on that note, happy Halloween, everybody. Anyway, if you like my videos, please press the like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. If you want to leave any comments, I'll do my very best to answer them. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.